Hello, my friends. So today I am going to show. This came for me from somebody else, and it was a while back that the guy told me about this. I have not had a chance to play with it, but today I did. So what we're going to talk about is, how the Tascam in the edit mode, you have to the distance, the time distance has to be a certain length before it will allow you to edit. So it'll more or less you'll get an IO too short error. So I played around with it today to figure out some things, and I'm going to show you a workaround that this guy showed me, and I just have not had a chance to do it, but I'm going to do it today. So first off, let's go to our Tascam DP24. So this is everything that is important in this case. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to first play first thing I'm just going to tell you is what I did was this is Hulk Phone to Guru. I played them a while back. I think it was last week. I'm not sure anymore. I've got so many videos going on. And what I've done is I've taken his lead vocals and I doubled them on a track 2 since the track 2 had nothing on it. Technically it did on the track, on the 8 track. That was another story. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add, I want to add one millisecond of space so that there's a reverb. So it's a little bit of a reverb going on. Yeah, it's like very minor here. So now what I've learned is the first thing to know is that the smallest time frame you can do is 15 milliseconds. So if you're wondering what is a millisecond, it's this little number right here at the very end, the little 0 zeros behind, in this case 28. So I just, like I said, I cloned this track so it sounds like this right now.
I wanna know just what I've done.
Play it a little bit so I can hear it.
I've been waiting for the sun to shine.
So as you can see, track 1 and 2 are exactly the same. There's no difference. That's all I'm playing on this is just track 1 and 2. So now, keeping in mind the 15 millisecond minimum that you can do for a time frame, I want to do a 1 millisecond. So we're looking at like a very small time frame. So the first thing we do is we go into jog play. So if you don't know how jog play works, jog play is a fine tuner, and whatever track you're selected on, in this case track 1, that's what it'll work with. So I'm going to go to track 2 because that's what I'm working on for this. So the first thing to know is with jog play. So as you can see, as I move, it's going by 0.5. So you can, if you go slowly, it will change. So what you want to do is jog play. I'll show you. Let's go over to where we can actually see some wave. All right, so there you see the wave. So jog play, if you move your buttons, you can go, like if you go up and down on them, you can expand the wave to show it better to you if you shrink it. So in this case, I'm just going to leave it as the smallest setting. And if I hit the left button, it will actually show more. So in this case, that shows, and that'll also make the jog, as you can see, like right now it's doing a full second jog per jump. I want it to be on the minimum side, so I'm going the other way. So now as you can see, it's just going 0.1 step each time I hit the jog play. The reason I want that is because I'm doing fine tuning here. I want to make sure I get it right. So now let's go back to how I'm going to do this. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to set the in, which is already set here, to 0. So as you can see, the in is set to 0. We're good. So now I'm going to go over, and what I want to do is, since I want 1 millisecond, and I can't do 1 millisecond, and I can show you this like right now. You just go to 1 millisecond. So that's 1 millisecond, and I go mark set out. Now if I go track edit and I try to open it, it's going to give me, so as you can see, it's in out 1 millisecond. I'm getting the IO too short error, which is what we're trying to fix here. So, but that's what I want. So now angry me is like, no, I want 1 millisecond. So what we're going to do is, since we know that the minimum is 15, we're going to add 1 millisecond to that. So it's going to be 16. So now let's go back to jog play. Let's power on. If you go fast through jog play, it'll actually go faster than you want. Or not than you want. Then it'll just move you through the tracks faster. So now we're at 16 milliseconds. Okay. So now I'm going to put the out there. Now we are 1 millisecond above the threshold. So now I go to track edit and using open. Open is pretty much just adding silence to a spot. So you're more or less just making space. And I'm going to say yes. So play that one and then yes. So track edit, open, and then it shows you what you're working with. And I said yes. So now I am 16 milliseconds. So just for fun, let's play this just to hear how it sounds. It's going to be 16 milliseconds off each other.
I want to know just what I've done.
Now, if you want that, sounds great. Okay. I want 1 millisecond. So now what I do is I go back to my out. So I'm at 16 here, as you can see. I'm going to go track edit. No, first we're going to go jog play. Sorry, let me do that again. So let's back out of this. Jog play. Now I'm going to go back. I'm going to go down 1 millisecond. So we're going to go to 15. Whoops. All right, so now I'm going to say, put the out there. So now as you can see, in is 0, out is 15. Go back to track edit. Now we're going to cut. We're going to cut that spot out. And I can do it because I'm in the threshold. There. So now we have added 1 millisecond. Now how can I show you this? I can show you this easily. So let's go to jog play. Let's go to the mark. I put the mark there for a reason so I could see it. Go to track 1. Let's move it so you can actually see the wave file in the track. So there's the wave file. Now let's go to track 2. As you can see, it's the same wave file and it's moved ever so slightly over. So now what happens if I play it?
I want to know just what I've done.
I now have slight reverb. And that, my friends, that's such a great hack. I love that. And yeah, so like I said, I did figure out how much time you're allowed to do for a cut. Why it's this way, I don't know. But that's how Tascam has set it up. Maybe this can be one of the things they can fix in an update, like a firmware update. So that's the video today. I hope it helps you out. Thanks again. I can't remember your name, and I'm sorry I looked for it, but I get so many messages. I just lost it in the shuffle. But thank you for this hack, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.